recycling. And we loaded to 2000's atmosphere. LE for our first map in the top right hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the top right hand corner. We have a blue Zerg player from the land of Korea. He is your most recent ESL Open champion. He is just looking to get more of that prize money, you know. Take his wife out tonight. He is representing KZ Gaming. KZG. He is Sola.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres ALE, we have the South Korean Zerg player representing Prep Esports. It is ByuL.
And now that I remember, KZG, I like to add my input to a debate you had with Kura last night during the cast. I also prefer to say Ago instead of AGO.
Yeah, but that's because you're influenced by Agot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Agot?
Yeah. Do you remember?
Agate?
Oh god. So far everything is looking pretty standard from both of our players. But again, like I'm keeping my eye on Solar. I don't know if I'm comfortable enough to message him and be like, "Yo, have you slept? You know, like what's going on?" But you know, we'll just...
I'll message him for you.
Oh
no,
god.
Pretty sure it's whispers turned off though.
Yeah, I know ByuL, not ByuL. Hon Mono did, so I couldn't message him earlier. But yeah, like, is he well rested enough? Did Demi sleep? Demi, I saw him in the chat. He played in Kashinuko Open last night as well. My god.
Look, it's December. What do you want?
It's true. Who needs to sleep, mate? Who needs to sleep?
Going full Deegan. That's what they call it, Deegan December, you know.
True. So far we're having a pretty standard series here, standard openers, which I kind of appreciate. For the people who were here last night for Kashinuko Open, we did cast a laser versus Solar, and it was anything but with that series. Like a laser, I don't think he ever took a third base on time. He was just two basing it up the entire night.
We saw how that worked out.
Yeah. Bit of a feels bad, man. Speaking of feels bad, ByuL has stopped droning up.
Here we go, pulling a little bit of an laser here, which I have to imagine is what Solar wants to see.
The question is, does he see it? Like, the big difference here is that Solar sees the third base, and that's pretty normal. That's pretty standard. So everything is looking on the up and up. Now, finally, the Lings have revealed themselves. They're all flooding across the map. Solar, he does not have a Baneling nest. He only has Pure Ling Queen.
I'll see if he's able to utilize the surround and whatnot well enough. A lot of Lings are coming in, and they do surround the Queens. They are a little bit split up, but the sheer numbers from ByuL are starting to overwhelm Solar.
Yeah, pretty much. Without a Baneling nest, it's so difficult to defend. He's forced to pull the boys. To be fair, Solar is up 10 drones. He can afford to lose workers right now, but he cannot afford to lose these queens.
Which he just lost.
Oh, yeah. The
defender's advantage is helping Solar out a ton, though, as he's able to reinforce much quicker than ByuL. But I don't think he should chase these Lings all the way back home.
Yeah, exactly. He has to be careful not to get baited because, again, ByuL still has not made a single drone in an instance for a long while now. He's just been making nothing but Lings. He wants to try and hit this third base, try and get a kill. But, oh god, can he do so? The longer this goes on, it feels like almost the better it is for Solar. Up.
Definitely is, but in that time, there's still enough time for ByuL to take out that third base. That was not a good fight at all for Solar.
Yeah.
Boys once again, but this may be the last time. GG. ByuL takes game number 1.
Wow, GG with a very quick Ling flood there by ByuL. Solar, unfortunately, he never got in and he never scouted the natural base. What I mean by that is that he never got in and he never saw the drone count at the natural. He was just looking at the third and assuming everything was normal.
Yeah, you always want to look out for the saturation at natural base. As all races, really.
Oh yeah.
Whenever you're up against a Zerg player, that's how you tell.
And I mean, to add to that, he was also being very greedy and he never made a Baneling Nest. Like, usually the standard thing to do is to take a Baneling Nest when you're taking your third base, right? To protect it from Ling floods like that. Or from Ling pressure, period. But he was going for a fast +1 carapace on his Evo chamber instead.
Yeah, it almost feels like he was anticipating ByuL going for Banelings instead.
Yeah. So Solar just took a bit of a gamble, and sometimes you gamble and you lose, mate. Oh my god, no!
Discord just itself.
Oh god, come back, Yaku, come back!
Yeah.
Oh god, I cannot see your camera, but I can hear you.
What? Ah, that's a good sign. Discord just decided to reset itself for whatever reason. Is there an update? I didn't assume there was an update. As we load to Hardwire LE, we're in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. We have the blue Zerg player coming down from the land of Korea. He is, of course, going to be representing KZ Gaming, KZG. He is Solar.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hardwire LE, we have the South Korean Zerg player, currently up in this series 1-0 and only needs one more Unomas to move on past his opponents. Representing Prep Esports, it is ByuL.
Going for a gas pool.
Oh yeah, I love this. So Solar, very standard opener, hatch gas pool, everything is normal. ByuL is focusing on that gas, as you were saying, looking to be the aggressor once again.
Well, we'll see how that pans out for him. Solar, we typically know him as being one of the most vigilant players when it comes to his Overlord scouts, particularly in ZvT and ZvP, but he does need to tighten that up a little bit here in the ZvZ matchup. He does need to dip into the main, or even natural base, and just recognize that aggression is coming his way.
Yeah, and he should be able to do so. Like, this Overlord is about to rock up, and he does spot these links, so now he knows about the pull timing. So he knows that it wasn't a hatch first. Now he is well aware, so he should be preparing himself here at home, getting ready to pull these workers back into the main base. Make sure he doesn't lose any drones early on.
Yeah, that's really the goal of the Lings this early, so one denied him as best you can.
Exactly, the Lings are about to rock up. What's also important is that Ling speed is on the way, and ByuL did not stop mining gas, so it looks like he wants to, or he should be working towards a Baneling Nest right now. Speaking of Baneling Nest, I love this. Solar throws down his immediately.
Taking this a lot more seriously this time.
Yeah, and I'm kind of questioning what ByuL is doing right now, because he hasn't droned, he's been making nothing but Lings, but he's also still mining gas. He has a lot of gas, actually. I have to wonder if that was intentional or not.
Where?
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I just really thought there was gonna be a Baneling Nest. So now Solar's getting ready for Ling Bane, but ByuL just has nothing but Lings. Like, he has to be so careful when it comes to avoiding these Banelings.
Specifically these Banelings that are about to pop up. Very nice block, or body block here on the ramp with these queens. More Banelings coming out for Solar.
Oh my god, yeah, the Banelings will finish up, and with that, Solar will be able to hold on to his natural base. Meanwhile, I think this was a mistake. Baneling Nest just now starts. I think ByuL recognized, like, I kind of wanted to make some Banelings, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, an unfortunate circumstance here for ByuL. Because he had enough gas for the Baneling Nest a long time ago.
Yeah, he really did. So now, like, this kind of early aggression hasn't really paid for itself. Now Solar's the one with the map control, with the Banelings, and he's going to be able to dictate the pace of the game. ByuL has to be so careful with how he fights. He has to do his best, very best, to avoid them.
Solar going for the full counterattack. That's what happens when you get the Baneling Nest early.
Yeah, pretty much. Meanwhile, Banelings are on the way for ByuL, and it looks like they should finish up just in time for the Lings of Solar.
Yeah, at least one of them will at the moment. Good snipe from the side of ByuL.
Oh, yeah, decent sniping rod.
But a better snipe for Solar.
Exactly, a single Ling or two Lings for that one Baneling. Beautifully done. Solar, he's got a third base on the way behind this. And ByuL, actually, yeah, getting his own third.
Yeah, that run by was able to force every single Ling and Baneling back for Solar here, so... Yeah, ByuL might not have the map control, but he at least has enough of a map presence to macro up from here.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, Solar, ooh, he does find the army, he does find the
Baneling.
Banelings out. Oh,
Okay. He does pull away. Just to get a snipe, and kinda does.
yeah.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah, exactly. It could have been a lot worse there. Definitely could have been a lot worse. But once again, Solar will be able to clean all of this up. Meanwhile, it looks like a single Ling of Solar got into the main base. He confirms that there is an Evo chamber. Confirms also that there is no lair.
Huh. Has he seen that Roach Warren yet?
Yeah, quickly checking, and he has seen the Rich Warren.
Okay, so he knows that eventually we're gonna go into a Roach War. Lingbane will not, isn't necessarily what you want to stay on.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, the Lings are trying to get the Queen. They do snipe away that Baneling. Meanwhile, oh my god, there's still one Baneling left. Solar has to be so careful. Was trying to deny that third base. Same can be said on the other side, but there are plenty of defenses on both ends. They hold on to the thirds.
And another Roach is out for ByuL, so he's gonna have an easier time sniping these Banelings left and right. As he works on his lair.
Yeah, I kind of want to favor Solar a little bit here. So something that's happening is that Solar still hasn't gone to lair. Finally, it's on the way, but because he stayed on hashtag for so long, like he's just been focusing on nothing but drones, he's gonna have a lot more extra resources to go for potentially a big Roach push, especially with +1.
Potentially. Will, of course, with that early lair, will be the player to get a quicker Goliath Constitution. So yeah, he has the opportunity to be more aggressive here. But I'm not convinced he's... I'm not entirely sure whether he's going to do that or not.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, right now it's Solar the one who's trying to pull him apart. He will snipe a Queen here at the third base. Ooh, even a couple of drones.
Oh, not too bad. We don't have game part, unfortunately, but it looked like about 3 drones went down there. So yeah, not too bad.
Yes. Oh, we don't have game heart. Oh, I thought we did. Not gonna lie.
Drones, yeah. There we go.
There we go. There we go. They do get picked off to have a little bit of a run by, but not the biggest of deals. And oh my god, ByuL is going for Borrow.
Huh. Oh, we should be seeing Tunneling Claws come out pretty soon as well, and this is a really good way of catching Solar off guard.
Yeah, it really is. It's really difficult to expect that kind of upgrade and be ready for it and have detection, not just with your army, but more importantly in all your mineral lines. So yeah, ByuL can really pull something off with this as long as he does get Tunneling Claws. At the moment, he has avoided that upgrade.
And speaking of upgrades, Spire on the way for Solar. There's Tunneling Claws. You'll have to see it.
Tunneling Claws is on the way. Ooh, nice cancel on that fourth base. We have a Spire of ByuL's own as well. But I kind of want to favor ByuL a little bit in this scenario, just because if he hits faster with his roaches, then he can kind of hit this timing before the mutas are able to come out for Solar.
If he hits faster, though.
Yeah.
Crazy is being a little bit hesitant with his roaches right now, despite the Goliath Constitution. Another cancel, another cancel. Yeah, it's cancelled. Whew.
Jesus Christ. But ByuL does hold on. At the same time, he is also across the map looking to try and cancel, but he doesn't have enough links. He doesn't have enough DPS. Solar will be able to hold on.
It's his fourth base much quicker.
Yeah, that it is. Meanwhile, ByuL, he's getting ready for these counterattacks. He's getting ready to go and tunnel across the map with these roaches. Tunneling claws about to finish up in a couple of seconds. But not before 11 meters are popping out.
That's actually a lot more than I thought Solo was going to get.
Yeah, it's a lot of meters. And yo, not all the roaches are here at home to defend.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what happens when you send them out to harass. Solar not really looking to fight here. Not yet, anyway. Instead, he wants to draw these roaches to a bit more of a defensible location. The Overseer is out now, and, yeah.
That was beautifully timed. It finishes up just as the army is rocking up, and the mutants are here to focus down the Ravagers. Or just the army. Everything.
Things are going from bad to worse here for ByuL. He's about to get surrounded by roaches as well.
Oh my god, exactly. Like he's gonna be losing his entire army here. He was trying to kill as many workers as possible beforehand, and he does have the worker lead, but look at him just plummet when it comes to his supply.
Like, so he still has a healthy economy, which allows him to rebuild all these roaches, and actually he's trying to remax a Mutus right now, but I think it's too little too late.
Oh god, I mean, he's being really annoying. He just split up all his roaches, and because of that, this may force Solar to stay at home. He's trying to run around, he's trying to chase every single one of these borrowed roaches, but this means that he doesn't go for a counterattack, and this means that ByuL is going to hold on to his economy.
Yeah, we'll see what he uses with that advantage. He's Mutus moving forward, but realizing that I have to turn around to deal with the borrowed roaches once again.
Yeah, exactly. Like, these borrowed roaches have been so good for ByuL. Not necessarily getting a lot of kills, but just buying time, and he needs that time. Because if we look at the units, Solar still has a pretty big lead when it comes to the mutant count.
A massive lead when it comes to the Mutus. He has 9 more Mutus than ByuL. Yeah. ByuL relying a little bit on these Spore Crawlers to try to fight, and as well as these Queens, but Solar just isn't fighting on ByuL's terms at the moment.
Exactly. Every single Queen gets picked off. A couple of the Mutas were picked off earlier as well. Like, Solar, just the way that he's been taking these fights have been insane. And despite ByuL having the larger drone count, like, Solar immediately is able to almost remax and come out across the map with another army.
Just like so. Mutus fighting Mutus on the sky. Roaches fighting Lynx on the ground. And Solar is starting to overwhelm ByuL.
Yeah, the mutant count is just too high. GG gets called. And we are going to our ace match.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy indeed. Dang, there's a disparity in supply cap time. 24 seconds for Solar, 2 minutes for ByuL.
Jesus.
Nah, yeah. That's not something you necessarily want to see.
It's a long time, mate. That's a long time. Also, I would ask you, maybe
reset my settings.
No. I mentioned earlier that we can't see your camera right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if you want to mess with that.
Off and on again.
Here, yeah. If you want to, maybe after this series wraps up, maybe you can restart Discord and see if that fixes things.
But Discord already reset it itself. Restarted itself.
Oh, good. You're back. It's all good.
Oh, I'm not invincible anymore. Look, I'm always invincible. Anyway, we're going to be concluding our best of 3 series here. 'Tis the ZvZ on Curious Minds LE. We're in the top left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top left-hand corner. We have a blue Zerg player coming out from the land of Korea. He is a Kachinical champion. He is representing KZ Gaming KZG. And he is the brightest of the pro gamers. He is powered. He is Solar.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Curious Minds ALE, we have the South Korean Zerg player. Oh my god, going for a pool first opening. Ooh, Cass even, my god. We have the South Korean Zerg player representing Prep Esports. It is ByuL.
He's just been so aggressive this series.
He really has, and this was an interesting opener. What I will say is that this time, if he does mine more than 100 gas, I hope that he throws down a Bailing Nest.
Yeah, a lot of things didn't go ByuL's way in that game on Heartwire, but I think it all comes down to that mistimed Bailing Nest as well. If you got that Bailing Nest in time, there's still no guarantee that Solo wouldn't have been able to hold, but at least ByuL wouldn't have put himself behind. He would have had a couple more opportunities to try to take the lead there.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think the game would have been completely different if ByuL had thrown down that Bailing Nest in game 2. But we'll see. We'll keep an eye on the gas. We'll keep an eye on what ByuL's build is. This is scouted by Solar. He does see the timing of the hatchery and the lings as well, so he knows he's aware of the pull first coming his way.
He's shaking his head, probably.
Shaking his head, mate.
Thinking, mate, come on. You don't have to be this aggressive.
Yeah, and again, these initial lings honestly shouldn't deal too much damage at all. It's more about the speed timing for ByuL, as he is continuing to mine that gas once again.
Yeah, just keeping my eye on the production tab, hoping to see when ByuL gets that Bailing Nest.
Yeah, I at this point, just because of how much gas he has, I want to say maybe even a Roach Warren. Like, we'll see, because this is the second time now. Oh, Lair! Let's go!
Very early Lair timing, and now I'm with you, Light. And now I as well am hoping for the Roach Warren, but I'm also hoping for a Nidus behind that, as we instead get an Evo Chamber. There we go.
Yeah, we're getting a full wall off on 2 bases here. It's going to be on Solar to try and dip in and scout what his opponent's doing. So I was about to say that I was a little bit perplexed when I saw that once again 2 games in a row Solar was getting a faster Bailing Nest. He even cancels and throws it down again. But we see what that gas was for. It is for a fast Lair. One of the gases is being taken. There's a couple of options here available to ByuL. Does he want to try and stay on 2 bases and go straight to mutas? Or does he want to go for something like that Nidus that you were talking about?
Well, I know the answer to that, or what I would want to go for, but yeah, we'll see. We'll keep our eyes on the gas count, as he does research +1 range, so
yeah.
Angle out of Constitution, so okay, ByuL.
Yeah, and
the
worrisome thing about this is that now Solo knows, because he dips in and he saw the Roach Warren researching, so now Solo knows about the fast Lair, and he knows what the purpose of that fast Lair is as well. He knows that gas is being invested in Roach speed and not Spire, so he doesn't even need to scout the additional gases here at the natural base.
Yeah, he just needs to keep his lings out here to scout for the Roach timing and when ByuL starts to move out.
Yeah. Like,
and with that, he's safe and secure.
Exactly, like he keeps dipping in because there's always the opportunity for ByuL to bamboozle his opponent and like cancel, right, and actually have a Spire behind this. So yeah, Solar, he just keeps rechecking, making sure everything is on the up and up. And yeah, so far he should be fine, should be good.
Yeah, good as a I don't have a simile. Hudge.
There you go, mate. Just like a Hudge. Oh god. Also, I did want to give a bit of a shout out to IScar in the chat. Fala galera, IScar. Fala galera. He is one of the head admins over in ESL. So yeah, thanks for dropping by, man. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying the holidays.
Feliz.
He's Portuguese, Yaku. He's Portuguese. You're like, Kelazar.
Pele.
God damn it. Oh my god. Alright, here we go. ByuL is pushing out across the map. He's got +1. He's got Roach speed. He has a pretty massive upgrade advantage. But in a couple of seconds, +1 carapace is going to finish off for Solar. Oh god.
And that's pretty much going to neutralize that pretty much going to neutralize that upgrade advantage for ByuL as the Lings dip in and get a full surround. Oh, here comes the Biles, killing everything it lands on.
Yeah, that's the thing. Solar was waiting for this army. Why was he waiting? Because he scouted the opener. He scouted exactly what ByuL was doing. He was ready for it. GG gets called, and Solar takes the series 2-1.
Let this be a PSA to all Zerg players out there watching. Always scout your Zerg opponent.
Yeah.
GG. And with that, Solar moves on to face Cyan, and I almost said a qualifying match. I think my brain is still set to that. My brain is still set to that, whatchamacallit, last chance qualifiers thingamajig. But no, it is just the quarterfinals here. Still going to be a best of 3.
Yeah, yes, we're still in the best of 3s, but again, congratulations to Solar. I mean, he did come into this as the favorite. I was excited to see ByuL take it to that ace match, but again, going for a 2-base play, I've never seen it work against Solar, really. Like, it's so difficult to pull off.
As of last night, I also have never seen 2-base build work against Solar.
Yeah, I mean, ByuL was able to win with, kind of a third hatchery, using it just for larva and a Ling Flood, but again, like, you're kind of like tricking your opponent, right, and kind of feeding a little bit of misinformation to Solar, and that's the kind of thing you have to be doing. But yeah, regardless, he played well, and I hope he's not too upset with his performance today. But Solar moves on, and I'm surprised, actually. I'm looking at the bracket, exclamation mark B in the chat, by the way. Madong suck. I don't know if that means anything. He 2-0 trigger, mate. Oh my god. He took a game off
really
of Cyan.
hates Madong. Whoever that is.
Or he really likes it. But whoever that is took down Trigger and took a game off of Cyan. Like, who is this guy?
Somebody who really hates Madong.
Really, it's
we just answered.
Really, it's Jaedong. He did come back from the military recently.
He did, yeah. And he did say that he plans on playing Brute War again competitively.
Exciting
Unless I'm
times.
misremembering that.
Exciting times. Exciting times for Dong fans out there, all over the world, and hopefully
we got the Jaedong and the Dong Ragu.
Yeah, and the
Madong.
And the Madong, mate.